Greetings, people Earth. Welcome back. My name is Jax, and today we are talking about. I don't even know what to title this. Influencers, I guess, is what we're talking about. Or maybe how busy are you really? Maybe we'll call it that. This is inspired by a viral TikTok video I saw recently where this girl was having a little bit of an emotional breakdown. She was kind of freaking out a little bit. And she was talking about Dixie D'Amelio. If you don't know who she is a influencer, very famous, very, very affluent and powerful influencer in LA or somewhere down there. And she was talking about Dixie, and Dixie had created a video about, oh my gosh, I'm so busy. Like being an influencer is so much work. I have all of these appointments and these things that I have to do every day. And like the appointments are like getting her nails done, like, going to the gym, getting Starbucks, like going to like a business meeting where she's about to make like a huge amount of money off of a brand deal or something. And she's talking about how she's so busy and she just wants to marry a rich man. So this girl was talking about Dixie's video and just being like, this is so stupid. Like, it's so stupid that influencers think that they are so busy, and like, you're not busy. You're doing things that are really, really fun and interesting. And it's not actual work, like people who work like a 9 to 5, or like when I work on the farm, like those things are actual work. You're producing something, you're doing a service, you're doing stuff. Whereas content creation is very like it's a job, it's work, but it's not the same kind. Work is different in different categories. And so this girl was sort of voicing her real frustration with this whole idea that like, oh my gosh, influencers work so hard. And Dixie was I didn't see the video Dixie made, but apparently it was a very insensitive video where Dixie was just like, oh, like I just need to marry a rich man. And it's like, it's so tone deaf. It's a tone deaf video where some very affluent and powerful celebrity is essentially talking about how life is so hard and oh my gosh, I'm so busy. And it got me thinking, because like I make content, like it's 1/3 of what I do. Like I have 3 different jobs. Social media is one of them. It's fun. I enjoy it. I don't think social media is like that much work. Like obviously you have to have like a good presence and there's consistency, and like I make a YouTube video every single day, and then I do TikToks, and I message people, and like it's time consuming for sure, but it's stuff I enjoy doing. Like I wouldn't do this if I didn't enjoy what I did. But then I'm also a property manager, and then when harvest is done, I'm not really doing much farming, but throughout the summer, like I'm farming, we're working on the fields, like all of that stuff. But this girl, like, she just, I don't know what, like, she like, even at the end, she's like, I'm so sorry. Like, I'm just feeling emotional. I'm just annoyed with this whole thing. Like, I don't mean to be mean or anything. But I just really felt for her, and I really empathized with her, and I could see like why she's so frustrated. Like clearly, like when some very rich celebrity is talking about how, oh my gosh, I'm so busy every day. And it got me thinking about being busy and how we say, oh, I'm sorry, like I'm so busy, like I just can't right now, or like my life is so busy, I can't get into a relationship or whatever. And what it really comes down to is you are not as busy as you say you are. And like same with me, I do the exact same thing. I say, oh my gosh, I'm so busy, and like there are probably 3 or 4 hours during the day that I'm not doing a whole lot, like I'm having recreational time in the evening. I spend 2 hours a day in the gym, and that's all recreation. That's all like keeping me healthy, and it's what I like to do, and it's good for my mental health and stuff. But I could cut that down, or I could cut that out on certain days to get stuff done. And the idea that, oh my gosh, I'm so busy, I'm just not ready. When someone tells you, especially in a dating context, when somebody tells you that they're too busy, they're not. They're just not interested. Like, just politely say, okay, like I understand, and just move on, because they are genuinely just not interested. Like if they say, ah, you're a really nice guy, but I'm so busy right now. It's just not a good time for me in my life or whatever. Like if they were at all attracted to you or interested to see where it goes, they would make time. And it's not hard to make the time in order to figure out if this person is worth it, or like that kind of thing. And like the same goes for friends and family. Like if you are a genuine friend, you will make time to FaceTime or to call or to hang out with your friends. Like it's that easy, you know? I'm going out to the city this weekend and I'm going to see my friends, you know, like I haven't seen my friends in a while. I'm making the time. Is it the greatest time to go? Not necessarily. You know, I'm supposed to be watching the house, watching the dogs. Thankfully, my brother is able to take over some of this stuff. But I'm making the time because I love my friends. I care about them and I want to be there and I want to, you know, and it will be fun. Like I'm not saying it's like work. Oh my gosh, I'm hanging out with my friends. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying if you have a busy life, you can still make time for the things that matter and the things you want to do and the people you want to hang out with. You are never that busy. I swear you aren't. And some people might have like a busy week or a busy month or something, but you will have days within that busy week or that busy month where you could make the time, you know? And I get like, it can get exhausting. You know, you only have so much bandwidth in a day in order to get everything done. And, you know, by the end of like, it might be 5 o'clock at night and you're just like, I'm done. Like I'm fried. I get that. I sympathize with that. But at the same time, saying that you're so busy, like it's fair, but it comes with some caveats, you know? And like I do it too, you know, I will talk to people and be like, oh my gosh, it's been so busy. But like I always try to phrase it as, but it's a good busy. You know, I like what I do. I don't do well just sitting idle. Like I really need to be doing stuff in order to not go crazy. Like in order to prevent me falling into bad habits and stuff, I need to be busy. Like I need to be kept doing stuff. Like today, my day is very, very regimented until about 11 or 12 o'clock in the like at noon. And then after that, it's sort of, okay, I can breathe. But like I have very specific things. Like I have to film this video now so that I can upload it. And then I have to have lunch, feed the dogs, get everything ready. I have to pack for going to the city. Like, and I have to be on the road at a specific time. And so like I'm busy today, but I'm still making the time for my friends. I'm still making the time for what needs to be done. And I've just made plans. You know, I've just planned everything properly. I spent Thursday basically planning this day and making sure that it was gonna go off without a hitch because I had a lot of stuff that I had to get done. I had to message people. I had to get TikToks. Like, and I say like, oh, I had to. Like, none of this stuff is real work. You know, like I totally recognize that the whole like influencer content creator thing, it's very different than my actual work. Like when I have to do like property management work or I have to meet a client or I have to go to a building and do an inspection or work on the farm or clean machinery, whatever, I view that as genuine, like hard work, you know? Content creation is the thing that I get to do. And it's like it's more of a privilege or a joy, you know? It's way more fun. Like I love it so much. And I wouldn't do it if I didn't like it. But I just think the way that Dixie has responded to all of this and just like, I'm so busy, like, oh, it's so awful. Like I need to marry a rich guy. Like it's very tone deaf because some people, there's always going to be people that work harder than you, right? Like there's always going to be that guy who works like 7 shifts and has 3 jobs and is like grinding and working so hard. And there's always going to be that. And so like you can't judge your life worth off of people who work harder. Like you need to compare yourself to who you were yesterday. But at the same time, you need to have some like, sure Dixie does, and I try to as well, to have some gratitude for the place I'm at, for the position I'm in, and for the privileges that I have, you know, because I recognize that. Like I recognize the privileges I have. And maybe that comes with being gay and understanding that there are privileges that certain people have that others don't, and that sucks, and that's no fun at all. But you need to realize a few of these things in order to not come off as so tone deaf. You know, I really hope that I never come off as like super tone deaf or like just like out of touch with reality. And like hopefully my family and the way I live will keep me very humble in everything that I do. And yeah, I just think like, man, there's just a lot. There's a lot to unpack there. But I really do feel like when somebody tells you they're busy, like, yeah, give them the benefit of the doubt. And if they say like, I'm so sorry, like I'm really busy today, like could we hang out next weekend or whatever? Give them the benefit of the doubt once or twice, but don't feel like you have to accommodate that, because if they wanted to, they would. And if they wanted to hang out, if they wanted to make the time, they would make the time. And it's not hard. Like, I get it. Social situations are taxing, especially for introverts. But at the same time, you gotta show up. You gotta stand up, you know? So that's all I really want to say. I'd love to hear your thoughts. I hope you have an amazing day. Yeah, and just exist. If you ever feel like you're so busy, just take a second, just breathe and go, it's fine. It's all fine. It will work out. I promise. So guys, thank you so much. And as always, I will talk to you guys tomorrow.